Thank you for tuning in to another Tito Cuts production. So today my client Elijah came in. He does a curl sponge thing on top and always likes to wear a real tight fade on the sides. We're gonna be using the Stylecraft Mythic, which is slowly becoming one of my favorite clippers. This combo right here is deadly. The Mythic with the fusion blade. I'm really liking it. I kept the click levers on it.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
You're definitely going to want to have your choice of trimmers. I personally am going to be using the Anders GTX EXO and also the Babyliss Low Pro FX. This clipper I like to use particularly for the front edge because I feel like you can really lay this clipper flat on the head to get that line going. Whereas with the GTX, it's a little bit, even though it's skeletoned, it's still a little bit bulky. You know, I have to go and do that. I still have to find myself tilting it up a lot, and that throws me off a little bit. That's just me though. For this tutorial, you're gonna need a 0, a 1. You're gonna want to have a comb with a fine tooth option and also a nice flat top comb. I did not record the balding out process. You can see how high I went with the line. I always suggest you start off with your clipper, with your adjustable clipper closed. If you go in with your trimmer and you punch it in hard, the harder you punch in that line, the harder it's gonna be to take out. Okay, so you can see here I'm starting off with the Stylecraft Mythic with the lever all the way open. And I'm leaving a little bit of space. It looks like I'm leaving maybe 3/4 of an inch. I just know that I want to have enough space to blend. Here, I went about 2 clicks closed. And you can see if the bald line is here, I'm taking this clipper almost up to that point. Just pay real close attention to that cutting line, almost go up to that. There, I clicked it once more. I did the same process, but every time that you close the clipper, every time you go shorter, you're gonna go lower and lower. By here, I already closed the clipper all the way. Now, if I would have listened to my own advice and put in the initial line with the clipper closed, I'd be done. But since I didn't learn from my mistakes, now I have to go back with the trimmer. And I have to spend extra time erasing that bald line. Because of this extra step right here, that's why I always recommend that you start with your clipper closed when you're making a bald line. Just my preference. Don't forget to check. It's real easy to leave behind a couple scragglers, extra hairs in the area where you bald out. It's so easy to do that. So just take a second to make sure that your work is very detail oriented. This might include hair sticking out of the nose, sticking out of the ears, growing on the rim of the ear. Grab my number 1 guard, put it on there, and I would leave this wide. Raise it up about another inch. I'm gonna need to have space to create a blend, a nice soft transition. I pick it up off the scalp just a little bit towards the top. At this point, now I closed the number 1 guard, and I'm going underneath that. So if I went with the 1 guard open up to about here, with it closed, I'm gonna go just below that. I'm gonna go from that 1 closed. So you guessed it, the next step is gonna be the 0 guard, close it and go all the way around. It's the same process, just little by little by little. returned to clipper open, you can slowly rub away the line of demarcation. You are going to make micro adjustments if you see that there's an area that has to be shortened just a little bit. You see there, I'm doing a little bit of play with the clipper. If going over a certain area with no guard open didn't get it, I might close the clipper once, go over that area, close it again, go over that area until I'm satisfied with the color gradients. I also highly suggest that you guys have this comb in hand. You always want to have the comb in hand. You can see I have it steady right there. Comb, clipper. So if I hit a little spot, I'm gonna have to lay the hair back down. This is where this flat top comb comes in handy. So the awesome thing about this comb is it's white. So that means that when black hair sticks through, you're gonna see exactly what needs to be cut. I'm gonna lay this comb nice and flat against the head. If you go straight up and pull out, you would see everything that hangs over is what needs to be cut. So just make sure that no matter whether you're holding the clipper like this or like this, you're always at a nice 90-degree angle all the way around. With our one guard closed, I'm gonna start to lay down some of the hairs that come forward for me to be able to create an edge up for Elijah here. The thing is that if I leave those hairs long, it's not gonna be a tight line. I might cut a nice line in with the trimmer, but all it'll take is maybe him messing with his hair a little bit later, and now you're gonna have long hairs coming down and hanging over the edge. So whatever I'm gonna edge up, I'm gonna trim it nice and tight, short enough to where it won't move. Most of the time, the number one guard is enough. You can take a lining spritz like this and apply a little bit in the palm of your hand, so that way you can get it from your fingers and put it directly on the hairline, and it's gonna stiffen up the hairline nice, so that way it reacts well to the trimmer. Now here's the thing with edging up. I'm always gonna suggest you start in the middle. It breaks up the distance that you have. So instead of going from this corner all the way across, I only have to make it from here to here, and then from here to here. It breaks up the journey, so that way I have from here to here, and then here to here. Pay attention to where this vertical line grows naturally, because you might be so focused on working from here to this corner that you might go deeper and deeper, and by the time you're done, you look down and you're all the way back here. So just keep a mental note of where the vertical part naturally grows, because you don't want to push that too far back either. That always causes pretty ugly regrowth. Not all of your customers are going to be comfortable with their barber taking a pencil and drawing on them with a Barber Magic pencil. If you draw it on your glove right here in this area, to take the trimmer while it's on and running and rub it over that area to pick up some of that pencil wax on the tip of the trimmer. So what does that do? If you pick it up here, as soon as you apply it right on the hairline, it's gonna leave that nice, perfect ash look without having to take the time to wash their hair or excessively dry their skin. It's a really cool tip, and I hope you guys enjoy that tip. Tag me on Instagram at Tito Cuts. If you use this method, I really want to see the results that you get with it.
Yo.
And this is the finished product, guys. He's been with me for years and he always sticks with me. So, you know, just giving you a quick run around. Thanks for tuning in to another Tito Cuts production. Any comments, any feedback, any questions, leave them below. Please comment, subscribe, and share to anyone you think might find this information valuable. My Instagram is Tito Cuts. So follow me and reach out to me on there and we can network, okay? Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good day.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?